My final interview is with a woman I met through the Live Ladies of Literature. Her name is Janaya Black. And like some of my past interviews, like Adria Young, Tracy Christian, and Keisha Green, Janaya too has a full plate with filmmaking and authoring books. She agreed to take a moment to sit down and talk to the Author's Corner. So far, in all of my run of these shows, I've interviewed a lot of busy women. And when I mean busy, I'm talking about Keisha Green. I'm talking about your friends Adria and Tracy. Y'all some busy, powerful women. This is
Oh, thank you.
that is. I mean, and that just goes without saying. But I just need to. I wait down the line to ask this question. But first, I need to ask: how do you unwind from all that?
Oh my gosh, how do I? You know what? It seems like I unwind playing Farmville on Facebook. That's like my secret relaxation thing. I mean, it's just such a relaxing game. I just, I play Farmville to unwind.
Okay, well, I mean, whatever it takes for you to just mellow out. You have like so many things going on. You're an author, you're a filmmaker, you're in the community, you do a whole lot of stuff, and I mean, you've got to do something to unwind.
Yeah, and then every now and again I get a chance to read, but I find myself on the computer, a lot of the time. So
Okay,
Farmville it is.
I understand. My next question is actually a two-part question because
Okay.
you're actually a two-part person. What first got you started out as an author?
I've always been a writer. That's always been my purest form of self-expression. And, when I was younger, my mom would always enter me in contests and church programs and things of that nature because she knew I could write. And it just kind of blossomed from there. And one day I found myself bored at work. And that's how my first book was born. It was like I started with a couple chapters and I would let my friends read them. And they were, really excited about like, this is good, when are you going to finish it? And then when I finally did finish it, it's like, okay, well, I spent all this time writing this book. What am I going to do with it now? So I started researching ways to get the book out. And, that's when I started my company, Blacksmith Enterprises. And things just kind of took off from there.
Okay. Well, what made you decide to want to go into filmmaking?
My husband was in the movie 8 Mile, and he was bitten by the acting bug, and then
Cool.
that was around the same time when I was writing my first book. And when I was writing that book, it played out so vividly for me, as I was writing it. So he was like, why don't we turn it into a movie? And so we started networking and getting out and meeting people who were also doing film, and we were able to come together and shoot a trailer for The Breaking Point based on my book. And from there, we both just fell in love with the craft, and we've been doing it ever since.
That is really great. I didn't know your husband was in 8 Mile. That's wonderful.
Yeah, he was like he had like a featured extra role in there, and he really enjoyed the experience, and so he's been going strong ever since.
Okay, that's great. I love that. All right. Um. Well, my next question is actually, do you have well? Give me a list of all of your films.
I have my short films are Clubbing, I'm sorry, a cold dish. I was in a short called Company Policy, and yeah, I did a music video called I'm Hot, and then I have a feature film called Till Death Do Us Part that's available on DVD, and we're going to be shooting another film this summer, although we haven't determined which one of my scripts we're going to do yet.
Okay. Are you in any of your films?
Um, I'm in Till Death briefly. It's kind of like an Alfred Hitchcock quick appearance type thing, but I'm not really so much for the in front of the camera stuff. I like being behind the camera a lot better.
All right. All right. I love that. I love that. Well, who are some of your filmmaking influences?
Um, I like Quentin Tarantino a lot. I love his style and the way that he's not afraid to step outside the box. I like Michael Bay. I love like the really big budget things that they do with all the special effects and things of that this year. So those are really my two favorites.
Okay. My next question is, where can people who want to buy your DVDs buy them from?
All of my projects are available on my website at www.black-smithenterprises.com. And the books are also available in all the major bookstores, Barnes& and Noble, Borders. They don't have it on the shelf. Please ask them to order it for you. Just give them my name, Janaya Black,
All right.
or the book titles, The Breaking Point, As Told by the Other Woman, or Beautiful Rage, The Break of Dawn. And
Uh-huh.
Till Death Do Us Part, which is my movie, is only available online. So again, you can get that on my website at www.black-smithenterprises.com.
All right. What's on the horizon for 2011 with books, novels, Blacksmith Enterprises? Do you have anything going on for this year?
Oh, well, Laura Willing will be able to complete another film this year. I would like to do another book, although I have not decided if I'm going to continue with the Prison Chronicle series or not. I'm way overdue to put out another book, so I would like to get started on that this year. And other than that, I'm just really pushing the youth program that I'm doing, the Next Dash. We're working to motivate high school and middle school students to, achieve honor roll status and graduate with honors.
Well,
And
that,
I'm doing a lot of different entertainment networking based events with a company that I'm a part of called Blacksmith Consulting, where we just try to educate people who aspire to work in the entertainment industry. We try to equip them with knowledge and skills that they need to be successful. So we do a lot of those types of things. And then I also have a film festival that I do with the Trinity Film Coalition. That's going to be in September of this year, where we're providing a platform for independent filmmakers to show their work. So we've kind of got a lot going on this year.
wow. Well, you actually answered one of my last questions, which actually is, I know you do a lot of work being an independent filmmaker. I was asking you if you're going to do a lot of work. Do you do a lot of work within the community, which is excellent. Because I'm always about giving back, and I'm sure a lot of authors and filmmakers in our position do like to give back often. And this is one way, and I'm very impressed with the fact that you you do your work, but then you also share your work with the community.
Well, thank you. I enjoy doing that. I love working with young people and anything that I can do to help them, reach their goals and believe in themselves. And I'm all for that. I think that that's important.
Well, do you use local talent in your movies?
Yeah, yeah, we use a lot of local talent. There are so many talented people here in Detroit, and I just anything that I can do to help them get the recognition that they deserve, I'm all for it.
All right. Um, I've been reading a lot of reviews on your website. I'm reading a whole lot on on your films and your books, what have you. But I want to ask, give me if you can name your favorite book and your favorite movie. You one of yours. Which one will it be? And you
Oh
got to give me
wow.
one of each.
My favorite book, there's a tie between the first one and the third one, and that's only because the first one is like, that's my baby. That was my first literary work, and I'm extremely proud of it. I think it's a great story, and I feel very proud of that story. I've been able to turn it into a book and a play, and it's just gone over so well. But the third book has really shown my growth as a writer. So, and the story is equally, compelling to me. But as far as the movie, Till Death is my favorite movie that I've done because I love writing dark stories, and I think that storyline definitely has a lot of twists in it, and I just love people's reactions when they watch it and get to the end because nothing in that movie happens the way you would expect it to.
Okay. Well, who are some of your writing influences?
Writing influences. I grew up reading a lot of like Dean Koontz and Stephen King. I also really like Mary B. Morrison. Terry McMillan. Uh, Gosh, I used to love B.C. Andrews. So I've been influenced by a lot of different writers because I was just really an avid reader.
Well, do you do a lot of work with those live ladies literature that's in your town?
I work with them anytime I can. They are like sisters to me, and anything that I can do with them to help them, or anything that we can collaborate on, we get together as much as we can. They're just some very positive women, and I have a tremendous amount of love for them. They're always moving. They keep me inspired because they stay so busy. They're always doing something. So sometimes they make me feel like I need to pick it up because they're always on the move.
Well, I want to let you know I kind of set you up there because they 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 gave me an interview. They gave me interviews. Plus, they told me about you. So I kind of so you kind of helped me, kind of embarrassing them a little bit because they're going to be a little bit in this interview.
Okay,
so,
good.
so tell them to tune in. They're going to be embarrassed for a minute. All right. One last question, and it's a favor I ask all of my writers. Oh, were you going to say something? I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and it's a favor I ask all of the authors that I interview. My show not only spotlights authors and gives author news. I try to inspire aspiring writers, filmmakers, artists, and I ask all of the authors that I interview, what advice do you have for anyone who wants to be an author or a filmmaker?
The biggest piece of advice I can say is just do it. I mean, I'm a get it done type of person, and I don't believe that anybody should let anything stop them from achieving their goals. So if you put it in your mind that you want to do something, then start ordering your steps on that path. Don't doubt yourself. Get out there and study your craft, network with people who are already doing what you want to do, and learn from them. And no excuses. Do it.
Next, check out the Technology Corner, and later, a special dedication to my wife.